You could turn me on and turn me off with your gaze. You could make me feel oh so much with your ways. It's so perfect the way you play me. It's magnetic the way you pull me into you.
Owner out as the spear will connect. Actually stops the building of that ruby crystal. Or the cloth armor potentially, as another spear is going to connect. That's 2 for 2. Owner just going to go in there, gets himself the execute. Canna picks up the aggro first, so they should be able to get towards being okay. But when you have no point of being okay around the map, this happens, and there's almost no option as he's just falling for apples underneath that one.
형 내 창 어땡? 지리지?
How is my spear?
Because that is exactly where teams have often hit T1 and where T1 has looked the weakest is when Canna does get camped, when he doesn't get a lead. But now, playing from here?
God, okay, Canna looking for it. That is a great flash. This should be very, very difficult for DRX to contest. Is now Faker moving on in. Is the Bellows Breath going to be there? It is. Can they actually lock down the Ornn, though, is the question. Is Faker looking to get out? Heartbreaker comes on through, as that's a huge realm warp to get DRX up here, and the Jace is going to get taken down. Brilliant hook comes through as a super mega death rocket picked up. Shout out to
King can like just back, immediately teleport in, and I don't think this ever works out as
Speaking of things working out, Hook is going to go wide here from Jun as in goes Faker. They're on a ward, so DRX knows that this is happening. Owner's going to be able to pick up the Eye of the Herald, though, and T1 are like, no, we're not going to fight for this.
A big Herald play either. And this response is actually really nicely all in all, I'd personally say, from DRX. Because King staying alive here, like when this dive does come through, you just get blown up, right? There's no way for the rest of your team to join. There is not really a collapse possibility as well. Really big is that while this was happening, at the very early part, this is really, really important. Because if this kill doesn't happen, DRX might just immediately go and rotate towards that Rift Herald, and there's nothing that is Herald, but King is a bit tankier now.
That's a great knock-up, though, as Canna doesn't have flash, and he just gets taken down. Bopped before the Ram even makes... Giving a lot of gold over towards him as the Flame Choppers go down. Good flash there from Jet. Gets grabbing all of that gold. Is now Faker, close to getting dove here by Jun and Taeun. There's the box. The hook is going to connect as well as Faker.
Even with the minute gold lead that you have right now, and I don't think you can give up another Drake.
Yoshik going to get jumped on. Heartbreak is his way out. The flash is going to be there as that spear is dodged. It'll certainly help them out, especially with breaking this mid-outer turret, as Jun's going to make his way through. Gets that ward down. Immediately it is stopped as Shock Blast lands onto the Thresh, and it looks like DRX want to fight for this one. Teleport to come through. The hook is going to land immediately onto Faker as the Flay comes back. Jun going to have to go golden there as it's a decent knock-up, but Carrier has the door as the spear is going to connect onto Jet, and the poke is coming through as well. The dive onto Taeun is fantastic. It's a Super Mega Death Rocket. Not going to land, but that's only because he's dead. Now Jet's in trouble. Oh, the flash to get out of the way of the spear. Carrier goes golden at just the right moment, and the rest of T1 are going to move forward. The health bars are so low. Imagine if the Super Mega Death Rocket was still there as Canna. He really wants to find these lower health members, but this should be 2 turrets, if not more, from T1, especially if they can stop some of these backs. Oh, that rocket. Yeah. That's true. It happens beautiful. To the best of us, absolutely does. Let's have a look at this one more time, though. The poke connecting beautifully here for T1.
And then we see really nice cancel there on the second activation. And everyone on T1 is like they're moving back and forth, and then once the kill actually does come through, they can move forward with a little bit less fear in their hearts. However, I think that is actually really nicely played here from DRX as well. Right? Eventually their health bars get too low. They are still working with...
It's true. And speaking of that omelet, T1, it's now with 10 seconds left on this Drake. Another hook is going to connect, this time onto Owner, and he immediately just gets exploded. Kingen taking a lot of damage, not going to be able to find the Ram the next time around though as the Viego immediately pops. Super Mega Death Rocket goes wide, but I just don't think it matters as Guma's got so much damage and DRX are just bullied out of this river. Flash from Taehoon, going to get him to safety, but not going to get into position to take on T1 around this objective. Okay, Jun going to get tagged. Hook is going to land on the carrier, but Jun might be in trouble here as Flame Choppers go down, looking to try and deny. There's the Thresh, as Jet immediately has to go golden. Is he going to be defended by the rest of his team, though, is the question, and the answer is absolutely not. Double kill for Gumayusi. Taehoon taking some damage, but the zap goes wide. Oh no, Guma got excited, ladies and gentlemen. And it's very, I guess maybe because Pyosik has
the health was low.
Flash, ult, and smite, of course.
Yes.
As he's going to get into the mist. Okay, can T1 actually manage to find a turn? As, oh my goodness, that damage onto Pyosik. All right, he's not coming into this pit anymore.
Get that much done outside of it. And then to see plays like this, I think is a great or a much better look.
If you don't succeed,
just do it again.
Just do it again. This is a free Baron, ladies and gentlemen. So, what you do is you distract them with a dragon and take a Baron. That's exactly what happened here. As we have a look, this is a great turn onto Owner at the beginning. Then it all kind of fell apart, and it was a good stun to make sure that Kingen couldn't get that Ram to head back.
Who needs a frontline when you have carry out, bro? Legitimately, the amount of damage that Gumayusi and Canna were able to fight just because carry out standing there with his door up is revolting, right? Like it's actually insane. And carry going forward, hitting that Winter Spite is so big. Because if that doesn't happen, I don't know if he actually gets the passive on early on, and then that hook might lean into something more. Maybe Taehoon picks up a kill, maybe Carrier dies, and then these subsequent skirmishes all can't happen. As Guma, he did get excited, walked forward, that did murders him.
Well, here's a Realm Warp. Canna is in a lot of trouble, as the Ram is going to come through. He does have Flash, but he's still going to get knocked up. Oh man, I'd say robbed on that one. Canna is real dead. Pyosik going to take a fair bit of damage here as that spear almost just straight up kills him.
That in of itself, quite nicely done. And T1's Baron buff, a little bit mitigated. Faker.
Yeah, another Ram is going to come through. Dominus to try and answer here, but Faker is just going to get taken down extraordinarily quickly. And this is still a little bit messy, Chronicler.
It is. And it is a relative lack of vision, and it's because this has been such a messy game. It has been just pick, left, right. Because of that greed earlier on, there is now a sole opportunity.
Vigil is going to connect onto Guma there, but he does create a lot of distance between himself. Carrier going to try and get himself in front of Jet as well, who goes golden immediately. The Rune Prison doesn't do enough as the Jace falls down and DRX decide that they just want to disengage. 4v5 is dangerous here for T1, as you're exactly right. This is Mountain Soul Point, and Guma still stepping forward. Spear connects onto Jun, and this is the last remaining.
You're able to still get the Drake, you're able to deny the Soul Point, because your Pokemon becomes so much less strong the moment that Soul actually comes down, right? For DRX, and DRX's teamfight is still impeccable. As, man, June's hooks have been good.
Yeah.
Like, every single play, it feels like where DRX are able to like win something, is just June hooking someone. First, it was
on the line here is the cheeky little ward over the wall. Will be spotted out, I believe, as this Baron's going down extraordinarily quickly. Remember, Guma is mega fed.
That's gone.
As, yep, the Baron is going to be taken. Can they win the fight, though, is the question, as I like the Ram being thrown backwards, but the door is still going to mitigate so much of it. Kingen a little bit too far forward as T1 setting up the Phalanx right in front of Gumayusi. In goes Faker, deciding to pull the trigger as Super Mega Death Rocket is massive, but no one's dead just yet as Canna dives in, immediate double kill as Jinx gonna get the follow-up. Guma goes golden. Jet is just trying to do something, but it's not going to work. The spear from Onit's fantastic, and right as we say that DRX might have a hope, all of the hope drains away, and T1 will march up the mid lane with Baron in hand.
Completely shattered hopes and dreams go from, hey, they might win the team fight, to an almost clean ace. Only give up the Braum and Carrier. He's more than happy. He was getting tired of carrying that door everywhere. His team needing him every single time. Now he can chill on the base while the rest of his team takes down a DRX. It was not the cleanest game, but it did show us what the early game power and macro of T1.
야, 상대가 잘라먹기 잘한다. 근데 집중해야겠다. 너무 심한 듯.
야 이거
일단 밀어.
말할 뻔했네.
괜찮아. 내가 잘할게. 꼬발을 너무 많이.
야, 내가 더 잘할게.
아니 내가 더 잘할게.
꼬발을 너무 많이 해서
내가 더 잘할게. 괜찮아.
내가 더 잘할게.
아니 내가 더 잘할 거야.
아니야.
처음에
더
진짜 잘했는데
야, 내가 더
아니야.
잘할게.
그렇게 잘하진 않았어.
그게 너무 못했어. 진영아 잘 좀 해라.
야,
자, 내가 더 잘할게.
나 CS 좀 먹을게.
괜찮아, 내가 더 잘할게.
그래, 네가 더 잘해라.